I'm going to show you 3 pictures, and I want to see if you can tell me, what do they have in common? That's 1. This is 2. And this is 3. The old woman, once upon a time, she was a tiny baby, held lovingly in her mother's arms as she began her life on earth so many, many years ago. By the wrinkles in her face, it's obvious that she's had a long and interesting life. This car came off the assembly line probably sometime in the mid-60s, all shiny and new. Someone was so happy to buy it and drive it away from the dealership. No doubt, this more than 50-year-old relic has had more than one owner and has driven interesting people to all kinds of places. And this house, now the roof is sadly in need of a replacement, and apparently no one has lived in or cared for it for a long time. It'll probably be torn down, and that will be that. But at one time, this house was brand new, and the first family that lived in it, no doubt, was proud of their home and somewhat happily paid their monthly mortgage. What stories this little old dilapidated house could probably tell. So what do these 3 pictures have in common? All of these things were new once, and time happened, days and years, and they changed. Everything that is was new once. Even me. Even you. We were brand new once. We had a whole lifetime ahead of us and so many adventures, good times and difficult ones. And all of those things have made us interesting and the unique people that God made us to be. The value of that old house in terms of real estate isn't much, but for all those who lived here, it has a much greater value. The Christmas mornings, the birthday cakes, homework done at the kitchen table. And that car no doubt went on many vacations, to and from work, to football games, and maybe that was the vehicle someone drove to get their first driver's license. And each person marvelously fashioned by our loving God is a treasure chest of stories. Someone once said that when a person dies, it's like a library burning to the ground. But nothing truly comes to an end. Who knows? That old car might someday be melted down and the steel used for something else, like maybe beams for a bridge or a building. That house will someday come down, and the lot that it's on now will be used for something else. Maybe a new house or a playground or a garden. And someday each of us will leave this earthly life for something new. Jesus promised that. In the last book of the Bible, Apocalypse or Revelation, we read, "He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the former things have passed away." And the one seated on the throne said, "Behold, I make all things new." And then he said, "Write this down, for these words are faithful and true."